All right, moving on to college basketball. Did you see Texas in the Women's Players Era Championship? And if you did not see Texas in the Women's Players Era Championship.
Are you talking to me or the people listening?
I'm talking to you. It was kind of a rhetorical
question. Because
question.
I saw Texas in the championship.
Okay, I
saw them in the championship, but you knew that. But that's why you
But I love
approached
the
it that
fact
way.
that you had to
Isn't it?
ask. That's my favorite
because
thing.
why would you even ask the question like that?
Okay, for those that are listening out there, post-ups, and they
miss
don't
the game,
have an allegiance.
It's on them. If they miss the game,
and they don't
it's
have
on
an
them,
allegiance,
really.
number 4 Texas at the time, because they're not number 4 now, beat number 3 UCLA and number 2 South Carolina on back-to-back days.
Yay.
Aliyah is a little salty for her Gamecocks. Rori Harmon made a 10-foot pull-up jump shot with
it was a good shot, though. It was a really good shot.
0.3 seconds left to lift number 4 Texas over number 2 South Carolina. Ooh, I almost said North Carolina. Number 2 South Carolina, 66-64. Obviously, we'll talk more about this in the You Got This, because it was, I don't want to give away your moment on You Got This, but it's pretty clear who's probably got that.
You know what? Congratulations. But you know who I want to talk about? Because we don't have to spend all this time on Texas Longhorns. Audi Crooks. This girl has been hooping 47 points. Efficiency. 19 for 25. Are you joking?
What's insane to me is she's averaging more points than she's averaging minutes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And she's averaging 27.3 points and shooting 74% from the field, and is leading the nation in scoring with 2s. It's insane. Insane. Shout out to Audi Crooks. She's hooping.
All right. I know it's about your Tennessee girl, but did you see Janiah Barker in the handshake line after their UCLA game? She did say they did technically shake hands. Technically, they shook hands. See? Hands connected.
Obviously, I don't think this is a good look. We don't understand the history, and that's why I think it was kind of unnecessary, just because if you're not going to speak on it, then you look worse in that situation. And if you did already shake it, like you said, then don't pull it back. So I was called out for not shaking hands after the Chicago Sky complete collapse against the Connecticut Sun in the semifinals my last year in Chicago. And a lot of that had to do, and there's no excuse, I should have came back out there and shook hands, but the stuff Dewana was talking about, but it wasn't a handshake line where we're walking past one another. That is difficult when you're in a, handshake line.
You have to go down the line, yeah.
Yeah, I think at that point, you just you keep it moving, and I think that this is a learning lesson for her. I know she tweeted later. Yeah, there you go. She tweeted later, respect. We shook hands. I wish nothing but the best for Coach Corey and my UCLA family. But then she spelled Coach Corey's name. Yeah. But heat of the moment, all of us have time to process and look back. This is something I'm sure she will remember, learn from, all of those things. Woo, but that's difficult. That's difficult. Especially in the day of social media. Everybody's going to catch everything. I was got back from driving back to the game. I was like, oh man, Bleacher Report. Oh man. It's all over everything. Gotta learn from it, man. Learn from it, Janiah. I think she'll be a great pro at the next level too. There are 22 women's college basketball teams are heading into December undefeated. Of those,
hate to hear,
which
man.
South Carolina is not in that anymore.
Okay, you didn't have to say that.
No, I was just telling the post-ups that, listen, Tennessee ain't in that either. So we in the same boat. What of those teams, or who of these teams, and I'll just shout out 3 or 4 just so you can get the gist of it. TCU, Maryland, LSU, Texas, UConn, Iowa State, of those teams, who are your favorites other than UConn? I mean, UConn's number one. Who are
I
you
know
most
they did beat my
impressed?
Gamecocks. I'd say Texas, TCU, and yeah, those are my two.
I'm going to double down and say we have a lot of question marks about LSU, but LSU scoring 100 points in like the same amount of games that they played. I know their competition hasn't been great. It's not their fault, but LSU is in the news for more than just Lane Kiffin. I think LSU women's basketball, I can't wait to see them start SEC play because that's going to translate. Like you have that
Yeah.
confidence coming in. That's definitely going to translate. So they're 8-0. I know everybody's like, they play nobody. But guess what? They've whooped the people that they've played. So I like LSU. I love Texas. Shout out to my girl Lindsay Wisdom Hilton. It was amazing. And I'll throw in TCU. I think TCU is intriguing.
Me too. I think they have a lot of great pieces, and they're bigs. Like stretch the floor, like take it off the bounce. They do everything.
You got Olivia Miles just running the show, just
Yep.
running the show,
Yep.
running it.